Hello students. Today let's see the continuation part of first chapter of strategic management and organizational behavior. And today we are going to see the second type of corporate strategy, that is growth or expansion strategy. In the previous video we already discussed the first type of corporate strategy, that is stability strategy, and today we are going to discuss about growth or expansion strategy. Growth strategy is implemented by defining the business, by enlarging the scope of business and substantially increasing the investment in the business. So growth of a firm, that is going to define the scope of business. That means what a firm want to do in future, how it wants to be in future, and for that scope or for that idea the investment is required. So it is going to increase the investment in a business. Rewards and risk are high in growth strategy. Definitely when you increase the size of the business, the profit will be more, and also you are entering into a new business, means there will be risk also high. So rewards and risk both are high in growth strategy. It is the opposite of stability strategy, which was limited in rewards and limited risk. So where in case of stability strategy, rewards and risk are limited, but here it is opposite. That means rewards may be high or rewards may be less. It is not stable. Expansion strategy leads to business growth. When you expand your business, it will lead to a growth in the business in terms of size or in terms of profit. This facilitates renewal of the firm through fresh investments and new businesses or new products or markets. So when you expand your business, you require more investment or you may have new business, so it will lead to what renewal of a firm. Let's see the reasons for growth or expansion strategy. The first reason is the current business is pursued as having no future. So if the current business it is outdated, there will be no demand. If there is no demand from the customer, so that time you may need to, that means business need to look into new idea, or it wants to expand its business. The current business is unstable in nature. Sometimes there may be good demand for the products, or sometimes may not be. So it is unstable. So that time firm majority of time it may not sure that it's going to earn profit or not. So that's why when the current business is unstable in nature, to have a stable business or to have a stable profit, the company wants to expand its business. The current business does not fully utilize the available resources and capabilities. The current business company is having the resources, but the business which is carrying, that is not utilizing its resources in full. So that resources are going waste. That's why to avoid that, company will go for expanding its business. There is no feeling of the need for spreading the business risk. There is a feeling for spreading business risk. The company wants to take a risk because when you accept the risk, it is always associated with the high profit. So when company wants to earn more profit, it should always ready to accept the risk. So when companies are ready to accept the risk, then definitely it can go for expanding its business. Imitating the growth strategies of competitors. Competitors are expanding their business, or they are improving their product features. So to beat the competition, the firms also need to do some innovative ways to improve its business. Motive for growth is objective to increase the market share. So need for growth, so that is also may become a reason for increasing the market share. To exploit the environmental opportunities, the market will create lot of opportunities. To grab those opportunities, company need to expand its business. Let's see some of the types of growth strategy. The first type is concentration strategy. Expansion in the present business is called as concentration strategy. So it involves more investment in a product line for an identified market. Here, in this strategy, company is stick on to the business which is doing. It tries to give best out of existing products. So there are three types of a concentration strategy. First one is market penetration. Market penetration is an expansion strategy. Here, concentration is on the current business, and firm it will allocate its resources on the profitable growth of its existing product in the existing market. There will be no changes. The product will be same. The market it is going to concentrate, that is also same, and it concentrate on same product and on the same market, that is called market penetration. So it tries to get maximum benefit from the existing market with the existing product. Market development, it consists of marketing present products to customers in related market areas by adding different channels of distribution. So here different advertisement or promotional medias, same products to the same customers in a same market. So same products are distributed to the same in the same market to the same customers, but channels of distribution or modes of advertisement or channels of advertisement or promotional medias are different. Product development. Product development involves some changes in the existing products or creation of new but related items that can be marketed to current customers through established channels. So some improvements they are making in the existing products or new products they are introducing with the same features. So that's what product development. So here in this way they are going to increase their share in the market. Then the second type of growth strategy is integration strategy. Integration strategy involves widening the street of firms business definition. The firm may move up or down its value chain to serve the same group of customers. So here firms are going to serve the same customers, same group of customers, but through different ways. So we'll see what is that. There are two types of integration strategies, that is horizontal integration. Horizontal integration, under this firm launches the same type of products at the same level of production or marketing process. Same products are introduced with the same level of production to the same group of customers. For example, cement manufacturing company takes over its competitors. So that is to increase the market share. The company are going for these kind of strategies, taking over of a competitor so that we can grab the share of competitor. Same product, same marketing process are involved, but taking over of another company which is carrying a similar line of business. Vertical integration means it is a combination of technologically distinct production and distribution processes into one organization. So here taking over of business which are technologically different. So there are two types of integration. Before that, the firm becomes its own supplier. If a company is a manufacturing company, so the supplier who supplies the raw material, so it is going to take over that supplying company, so that it becomes its own supplier. Or if it is a distributor, then it becomes a distributor. If the firm is a supplier, then it is going to acquire the firm which is a distributing company. so that it becomes a distributor for itself. So there are two types of vertical integration, that is backward integration. So in backward integration, firm is a distributor, and by acquiring its supplying company it becomes the supplier. Then second type is forward integration. Here company is a supplying company and it is going to take over its customer, that means it is going to take over the distributor, so it becomes the distributor or its customer only. So that is what forward integration means. Then third type of growth strategy is a diversification strategy. Diversification means entering into a business which is new to the firm, either market wise or technology wise or both. Here the firm may take up new products to serve in a new markets, or it may enter a totally unrelated business. So in the previous case we have seen that firms are doing a similar kind of business, or it is going to take over the firms which are doing similar kind of business. But here in case of diversification strategy, firms are going to enter into a business which is totally unrelated or which is totally new to the existing line of business for which company is carrying. So there are two types of diversification strategy. First one, it is concentric or unrelated diversification strategy. Concentric or unrelated related diversification strategy means when a firm's new business is in any way related to its existing business in terms of customer groups. That means it is going to offer a new product to the existing customers. That is called concentric or related diversification. So product is different, but it is going to offer to the similar customers. So there are three types of concentric diversification. First one is marketing related diversification. The new and old products can be distributed to the same channel. So marketing related means here market is same. So both that is new as well as old products that can be distributed through the same channel. For example, now a company is a book publisher and it is going to publish a magazine now. So book publishing company, now it is doing a business that is new, that is it's going to publish a magazine. But here customer group is same. Different products are offered to similar customers. That's what marketing related diversification. Technology related diversification. In this case, the new and old products both use the same technology. So both new as well as old products, they are using the same technology. For example, company which is offering higher purchase services to institutional customers, they may start financing purchases of consumer durable households. So installment service provide ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋಂಥ institution, now they are starting a financing. So similar kind, same technology they need to use, same process they are going to use, but the business is different. Initially it is higher purchase service institution, now it is providing a finance to purchase household goods. Marketing and technology related diversification. Under this, the firm introduces a similar product with the help of similar technology. So firm is going to introduce the same kind of product with same technology, but product is different with same features with the help of same technology. Then second type of diversification strategy is conglomerate or unrelated diversification. Conglomerate or unrelated diversification means here diversifying a business into unrelated business. Here diversification is done with unrelated business. Here it is a combination of two or more businesses which are related neither by technology nor by marketing. So companies they diversify into unrelated business to manage its risk or to make more profit. Then the fourth type of growth strategy is cooperation strategy. Cooperation strategy means taking over of another company or what mutually they are going to agree into carry the business. So here cooperation strategy includes mergers, acquisition or takeovers, and joint ventures. Strategic alliances are the examples of cooperative strategies. So the first type of cooperative strategy is merger strategy. So merger means it's a combination of two or firms. When the firms are of similar objective or it is doing a similar kind of business, that both the firms combine together, and that is called merger. So a merger is a combination of two or more businesses in which one acquires the assets and liabilities of another firm. For that it gives in exchange for stock or cash, or it can give both shares as well as cash. It can give as a purchase consideration for the company which is being purchased. So here one company is going to dissolve and assets and liabilities are combined and the new stock is issued. So mergers and acquisition that can be done in one nation or it can be done across the nation. So the types of mergers, first type is horizontal merger. Horizontal merger are combinations of firms engaged in same business. For example, Tata Steel, it is going to take over Nat Steel of Singapore. So similar kind of business, it is taking over of competitor. That's its business that company is carrying are similar, the strategies are similar, so the company is going to take over the competing firm. Horizontal mergers. Vertical mergers are the combination of different firms engaged in different businesses. For example, the company is a supplying company is going to take over its customer. That means it's going to take over its distributor. So that's what the vertical. The company is carrying a different kind of business. So the company is going to take over the firm which is carrying a different business. It is going to merge with the company which is doing business or a different business. Concentric mergers are combination of related firms. That means it's a combination of firms which are related to each other in terms of customer groups. For example, a company which is producing televisions, now it is going to merge with a company which is manufacturing washing machines or kitchen appliances. Customer group is same, but products are different. So that's what concentric merger. Conglomerate merger means it's a combination of firms unrelated both in terms of customer groups and with the products also. For example, it's a combination of publishing company and automobile company. So publisher and automobile both are different businesses, customers are also different. So these two companies are merging together and doing a business. Then second type of cooperative strategy, that is acquisition or takeover. Sometimes firm wants to go through strategy of takeover or acquisition. So firm is going to take over another company. So the takeover can be hostile takeover or friendly takeover. Hostile takeover means against the wishes of the company is going to take over the company. That is through the shares. By purchasing the shares of the company, it tries to acquire another company. Then friendly takeover means through the mutual consent of buyer and seller, it is going to take over. Then third type of cooperative strategy is joint ventures. So joint ventures are partnership in which two or more firms carry a specific projects in a selected area of business. So for some reasons, like they are going to do partnership and they are going to carry the business. So here joint ventures or partnership in companies, it is not for permanent, it is for maybe for shorter duration or maybe for longer duration. So it is not permanent in nature, like acquisition or takeover. When the firm is merged, when the firm is takeover, it is permanent. Company is two companies joining together and it will becoming one company. Here in case of joint companies, joint ventures, the firm's existence will not vanish, it will be same. The ownership of the companies will not change, it remains the same. But here the two companies are doing businesses in partnership for some reason. If after the accomplishment that of that reason, firms will break their partnership. Strategic alliance. A strategic alliance is a cooperative arrangement in which two or more independent firms combine their resources and capabilities in a mutual agreement. It may be to develop or manufacture or distribute the products, or in order to increase their size. Two or more companies making a cooperation or making alliance or making an agreement to carry the business together. Types of strategic alliance. First type is technology development alliance. So this type of alliance is formed to reduce the cost of production or risk involved in implementing a new technology. So here they are going to pool research and development capabilities by sharing the information and ideas through networking. So technology development alliance. Operations and logistic alliance. Partners form such an alliance to improve the efficiency of manufacturing through exchange of information. Marketing, sales and service alliance. Under this alliance, partners share their distribution network and after sales service facilities to increase the sales revenue and to reduce marketing cost. So here I can give an example of online delivery. So where Amazon, Flipkart and some local distribution channels, they tie up together and there will be one delivery boy for all those companies in a specified area, so that the product will reach to your home address in any website which you order. Single country or multiple country alliance. Partners in an alliance, they may belong to same country or they may belong to different countries. Multi-country alliance have become popular on account of globalization. They may have a good technology or they may have financial resources. To get that opportunities, company will go for make alliance with the company which is in foreign. X and Y alliance. In X alliance, the partners perform different activities. For example, one may manufacture and other may distribute. So this type of alliance formed between partners having different business skills. So one is the supplier, another is a distributor. So both of them making agreement and carrying a business. And Y alliance means when partners have similar type of skills and functions. So that kind of alliance is called Y alliance. Such an alliance provides economies of scale. So both companies are manufacturing a book. So that company is making alliance so that they can improve their scale of operation. So these are about growth strategy. Next class we'll discuss about retrenchment strategy. Thank you.